Hello and welcome to the Year 11 Parents Information Evening St Ivo Academy. I'm Mr. Daly. My session is going to be about prioritising revision, and we're going to use a very simple way to do this. It's red, amber, green. We're going to call it RAG throughout this session. So I'm sure that your son or daughter will be able to have visions of exactly what this feels like, having books and work piling up, being put under pressure by subject teachers, by yourselves as parents, etc., and sometimes it can feel much, and it kind of I'm sure they feel like sometimes there's no end in sight, and also it's about how to begin. Now sometimes I think there's so much work in their minds they don't know where to begin, and the fear is that actually because of that they don't actually make a start on it. And hopefully this simple session that we're going to go through now for the next few minutes is going to enable them to start unpicking that and actually figure out the best place to start. So the solution is simple. It's a case of having some coloured pens and some paper to be able to create a timetable or two. And the most important part to this is that the students know their subject. So, and what we mean by that is they don't just figure out, okay, I really need to work on maths or science or English or whatever it might be. Actually, what they need to be able to have is a list of the topics for the exam for each of those subjects, and that's the really key to enable them to be able to do this RAG process. Their teacher should have shared this information with them. They should know this from being in lessons and all the work they're covering, but they need to write down for each subject a list of the topics. And as parents, if you're not getting the information from your son or daughter, then please feel free to contact subject teachers yourselves or head to the department yourself, and obviously we can liaise in regards to getting that information to you. But it's really key that actually for each subject you have a list of topics that is likely to come up in each of the exams in the summer. And then you're going to go through using this methodology. So red equals, for this topic, I'm really struggling. I've got a lack of confidence in it. I need to do a lot of work. This is going to be my starting point. Amber is, yeah, I need to give it some attention. I'm not drastically weak at it, but I could improve. And green is, I'm really confident. If there's a question on this topic in the exam, I'm pretty sure I could get really good grades on that. And then hopefully what it's going to enable your son or daughter to do is basically start to tell them a bit of a picture. And hopefully the picture is going to be one that's not too bad, because I think what they'll find is that actually there are not as many red areas as they might first fear. I think there's going to be quite a few ambers in there, and also quite a bit of green, and hopefully it paints not too bleak a picture. Also, it enables them to figure out what needs to be worked on and in what order. So an example from maths might be this, where you can see there's two red areas, angles and formulae for triangles, and obviously then there's two ambers and one green. But obviously you can start to see, so we've got maths as the subject, but the topics there, we're starting to break them down and put them into either the red category, the amber category, or of course the green. And then what next? So what next is a simple revision timetable, like one that we showed in the Year 10 Parents Information Evening. You can create these yourself. You can get them off the internet. Really simple. And we're dividing, the prioritising basically those red topics into the priority of they're the ones that we're going to tackle first. And like we said last year, we're asking for short, manageable 20 to 30-minute chunks of work with a short sort of 10-15-minute break in between each one, where they can recharge the batteries, maybe have a quick cup of tea, sort of regather their thoughts, and then we go again. Because I don't think that sort of doing 45 minutes, an hour's worth of work in one go is capable for anyone's sort of concentration levels. Really important that we're working for probably a minimum of 1 hour 6 days a week, but anything up to 3 hours of revision a day is probably the upper limit for that. You might be squeezing in more at the weekend, so towards that 3 hour mark, and obviously in weekdays maybe closer towards the hour. Really important as well that other things are built into timetables, so they're not giving up all those fun activities they're doing outside of school. It might be sport, exercise, drama, music, whatever it might be. It's really important that work-life balance is maintained. But certainly we've got a revision timetable that looks something like this, and we start to fill in those red topics into Monday period 1, angles. Monday session 2, okay, is the next red topic. Monday session 3 is the next red topic, and that might be just for maths to start with. It might be for a couple of subjects, or you might have a larger timetable that actually has all the topics and all the subjects on it as well. and you start to prioritize those red ones, obviously then moving on to the to the amber, and then if there's any time towards the end, then the green. Really important, if they've not started their revision already, and hopefully they have, hopefully it was started way back in year 10, but if they've not started their revision, they're getting on with this ASAP, because obviously time is of the essence, and it won't be long before on into those summer exams. Hopefully the impact will be something like this. The job ahead seems far less daunting, because obviously they've started to give themselves a bit of confidence. Actually, it's not the whole of maths, the whole of science, the whole of English. It is only certain topics within those subjects. They also have a clear idea where to start, so they're tackling those red areas first and obviously working their way through. And obviously it enables them to give more time to those red areas earlier in the revision program. So they're revising now. We're obviously 7 or 8 months away from exam time, and hopefully they can spend quite a bit of time tackling those red areas and really honing them and trying to move them into amber, and then trying to move the ambers into the green. If anyone's got any questions, please feel free to drop me an email. My address is on the screen now. But aside from that, good luck to the year 11s with their exam revision. And if anyone needs any support from the school, please do let us know. Thanks a lot. Take care.